Hi guys, Darth Deuce here, back on their Star Wars action figure review. Continuing on with the 30th anniversary figures that I picked up recently, we've got the Emperor's Shadow Guard from Star Wars The Force Unleashed. This is a figure that wasn't like too high on my list to pick up, but definitely one I wanted to grab at some point if I could. And I finally decided to bite the bullet, pick it up. I definitely got it for like a reasonable price. I wouldn't say I got it for like an amazing deal or anything like that. I think I got it for about what it's worth at this point. But yeah, take a quick look at it in the packaging because I just love the 30th anniversary packaging. Pretty nostalgic. This one is actually probably out of the ones that I got, the one that I'm tempted to keep on card the most because this one actually has the card art on the back, but I'm going to open it. That's no fun keeping them in the packaging, honestly. But yeah, here it is in the packaging. Looks pretty good. I really love the image of the Shadow Guard there. Emperor's Shadow Guard. Exclusive cheat code inside for the original game. Yeah, Force Unleashed logo. I got a really big soft spot for the game. I remember back in the day, I had the PSP, or still have my PSP, PlayStation Portable, and I played the shit out of the original Force Unleashed game for that handheld. I don't know, I just loved the game back then. I played through it so many times. So yeah, I really love the game. And these enemies actually don't appear in the PlayStation Portable version of the game. Or at least I'm pretty sure they don't. Or actually, yes, they do. They just don't look like this. I don't think. I'm not sure. It's been a while. It's been a while. They actually are in the game. Never mind. Now they're recalling. But yeah, there's the write up there. You get the little bio and whatnot on the back. So that's pretty cool. Other figures that were available. So yeah, not much else to talk about. I'm going to crack this open before I change my mind. I got the figure out of the packaging. It's a pretty cool figure. Was it worth the price I paid? Worth the price it relatively goes for online? Hard to say. It kind of depends on what you like to collect. For me, I like adding things to the Imperials. I personally really like Guardsmen, Imperial Guardsmen, and this also doubles up as a Darksider as well. So it checks off a lot of boxes for stuff that I like. I think overall I'm happy to have it. Although if you do want to get one of these, they're not the cheapest, but I think you could wait it out. Maybe look online, keep an eye out. You probably could find one for an okay deal. But anyways, taking a closer look, this figure reuses the Kyrkano / Karnor Jax body mold from the 2-pack, the comic pack rather. I don't know if that mold existed before that comic pack was made or not, but this was a fairly common Royal Guard body mold that they used, which is fine. There are a few things I'm not a big fan of with the mold, but overall it's fine. But yeah, I mean, obviously kind of a plain figure to a certain extent. The helmet is black, but is a nice glossy black, looks very good. And then it's got the red visor, which looks pretty decent for the most part. I do kind of wish it was a little bit darker of a red, deeper red, but not a big deal. It does look good. I think the Royal Guard colors inversed like this looks really nice. And then you do have the soft goods robe. The cloth is a pretty nice material. Doesn't feel like it's gonna fray or anything like that. So I do like that. It doesn't hang too long either, which is also nice. And you flip that up and you can see the details underneath. And the robe's kind of interesting because you got like this front flap of robe, I guess. And then it goes around the back and then attaches in the midsection, kind of like a skirt or something like that, which is kind of interesting. It's a little hard to see all the details there, but he does have like full body armor underneath, and the armor itself is painted in a glossy black, and then you have a more matte black for the more cloth areas. So that's pretty cool. And if you have the Kyrkanos Karnor Jax, and I think maybe a few other Guardsman figures end up using this mold, then you're kind of familiar with this mold already and know what you're getting into. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot to talk about. It looks good. It's a black Guardsman. Not much else to say there. Articulation wise, I think there's a ball joint in the neck, but because of the design of the helmet, you're just not getting a whole lot of articulation there. It can move left and right a little bit, and that's about all you're getting. Ball and shoulders move really well. It does have swivel cut elbows, which are better than no articulation in the elbows, but I'm definitely not a huge fan of this articulation. This is definitely a dated way to engineer articulation in the figure. You are able to achieve most poses that you want to, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like them that much. They're not entirely super fun to mess with. And they got swivels at the glove there. Swivel at the waist. Swivel at the hips. Ball hinge knees, and then no articulation in the ankles. Do wish this figure kind of had hinges in the ankles. I do find this mold can be a bit of a pain in the ass to get to stand. So there is that. But when we get into our accessories, there is a remedy for that. This is one of the few figures, Star Wars figures, actually comes with a display base. So that's pretty cool. It has Shadow Guard on the front, expand the universe, so you can slap this guy on a display base. So that's nice. I would kind of wish that Star Wars figures would all come with display bases, but that would dip into the budget, I'm sure. You do get the scout pistol, which is pretty standard accessory for guardsmen. I don't even know if he has a proper hand to hold it. No way he's holding it in the. Yeah, there's no way he's holding it in the left. Let's see if he hold it in the right. Yeah, so I don't. Unfortunately, his hands are not molded to really hold this pistol because the grip is so tiny and there's a grip guard. You kind of need the figure to have molded in such a way where he has the two fingers to be able to wrap around and hold it, and he does not have that. So if you want him to hold the pistol, you're gonna have to come up with something. This is not. This figure's not designed to hold this. You can kind of get it in like that, but then it looks super weird. So yeah, I don't know. Luckily, there is a holster for it, and I was never going to display him with the pistol anyways, so I put that in the holster. It goes in there relatively securely. I would kind of be careful, but yeah, it goes in there, and then it's never coming out. And then you, of course, get the... let's see this one I'm talking about. He doesn't want to stand. Okay, I give up. You also get the lightsaber pike and the blade. The blade is a removable piece, which is pretty cool. It's just a normal translucent red. Looks good. And then the actual pike, made of a somewhat flexible plastic, so it won't just snap on you, but you do want to be careful with this. And it is painted silver with black highlights, so that looks pretty nice. Nothing too crazy going on there. The blade goes in very nice and tightly on the peg there. That won't be falling off. And then that's that, and then you can have him hold it. And he holds that okay. That's not really going anywhere. So you have him holding it like that. You can definitely get him in some two-handed poses should you want to do that as well. I'm sure that's not much of a big deal. Nope. You'll have to finagle with the swivels and the swivels a bit, but you can get them holding it two-handed like that. And I think that looks pretty good. So lastly, if I can get to make sure this guy stands, there we go. I'll do some quick size comparisons. I am gonna put this guy on the base because this is already pissing me off. There we go. Just to see what he looks like with a normal Royal Guard. Here he is with the later released Vintage Collection / Black Series 3 3/4 inch Royal Guard. So I think those guys look pretty good together. And then of course here he is with Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine himself. Again, looking very good. He fits in perfectly, or pretty well with all the other guys. So yeah, pretty cool. And this is one of the only figures of this this guard. I don't think they ever did another 3 3/4 inch version of it, but I could be wrong. They did a Black Series one a few years ago, part of a pack that was not easy to obtain and goes for pretty expensive prices now. And I never actually got the chance to get that, unfortunately. So I am happy to have a version of it. I honestly prefer having the 3 3/4 inch anyways. It would be nice to see an update to this figure. The articulation is it's definitely a little outdated, but it still looks good. And honestly, I doubt we're going to get a vintage collection figure this anytime soon, unless somehow it appears in any new media. So if you're a fan of this look, and if you can find it for a decent price, I'd say go for it. Yeah, it's a good figure. I wouldn't overpay too much for it, but it's nice if you like collecting this sort of thing. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. May the Force be with you.